Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. It is me, Danyell Carmelita, your favorite tarot reader and astrologer. March 2025 is not just another month, okay? I want you to just know this is a cosmic reset. We've got two, not one, but two powerful eclipses. That's, okay, this could be normal. This happens every 6 months. But we also have Venus retrograding and we have Mercury retrograding in the sign Aries. Okay. We have a solar solstice coming up, solar solstice. Uh, Solar spring solstice coming up. And then we have Neptune making a historic move into the sign Aries. And this is the first time in like over 150 years. Okay. So this month is huge. It is a major karmic shift, it's major awakenings, it's intense transformation, relationships. If it hasn't already shifted, guess what? It's going to be shifting already. Okay. Coming up, your destiny. What do you have to look forward to? Well, there's a realignment happening. Okay. The energy. What is the energy? It's giving fire, baby. It's giving passion. Okay. It's giving bold, courageous, aggressiveness energy. Okay. But buckle up because this month is going to definitely shake things up. If you haven't seen it, guess what? This is stuff that we've never witnessed before because you're also talking about Aries energy. Aries is bringing something new to the table. Okay. I'm going to break it all down because I already know what's coming up. I'm aware of what the vibe in the sky is. Okay. So buckle up and let's get ready.
3, 2, 1.
I love you.
Okay, so before we even get started, what do you need to do before we dive in? Do you guys know? Don't forget to support the channel. Okay, how do we do that, Danyell? Well, here you subscribe. If you are listening to this via podcast, if you are joining me via YouTube or X, do your due diligence and follow. If you love astrology, if you love tarot, if you love everything about both of them and you like me breaking it down like this, hit that like button, hit that thumbs up. I don't know what you do on Spotify or on Apple, but you can, I know, join or subscribe or follow, okay? To let me know you're here, okay? And turn on the notifications because you don't want to miss any episodes, okay? Now, if you want exclusive content, if you're like, I love this, and I want it delivered straight to my inbox for free, join my free astrology newsletter. The link is down below. I go deep. I go very basic and I explain everything. I give you the forecast. You have the weekly forecast and you can keep up. You can look up, okay, what did she say is going to happen on Wednesday or what's going to happen on Saturday? It's all written down for you. And I also pull some extra tarot. I do some little tidbits extra, like if Mercury's retrograding, things like that. Especially if I don't do a video, I am very consistent with the newsletter. Okay. And if you even want more, then you can join my community. It is $4.99 a month, $4.99 a month. That is more affordable than your coffee, okay? And you get early access to my videos. You get a lot of background content. It's very kitchen talk over there, okay? So I broke down Kanye's video. Charts. I break down a lot of astrological charts. So if you're nosy, you want to know the tea, I did Blake Lively's chart, broke that down. I think I did Elon Musk, or he's coming up next. I break down his chart all the time. So, but I just get more detailed. And if you have questions about your chart, I do it all over there. I just did Pisces Stallion tarot reading for all the viewers in that group because we have a lot of stallion placements right now, and what they could look forward to is very positive for us over there. Okay. So just join that. It is $4.99. The link is down below. All right. So let's get into this wild month of astrology. I have my notes down here and we are going to get ready. Let me pull up the dates actually. So, we can do this. Okay. So here are all the dates for March. Okay. These are all the important aspects you need to know. March 1st, Mercury is going to conjunct the North Node. On the 2nd, Mercury is going to conjunct Neptune. Then the Sun is going to square Jupiter. Then March 7th, the Sun, which is in Pisces, is going to trine Mars in Cancer. March 11th, Mercury is going to conjunct Venus, which will be retrograding in Aries. On March 12th, the Sun is conjunct Saturn. That will be very interesting. On the 17th, the sun is then going to conjunct the North Node. And then on the 19th, it's going to conjunct Neptune in Pisces. Mercury's moving first, and then the sun is following. Mercury moves faster than the sun. Now, on the 22nd, the sun is going to conjunct Venus, which will be retrograding in Aries. On the 24th, the sun will conjunct Mercury, retrograding in Aries. On the 27th, Venus is going to conjunct Neptune. And then on the 29th, Mercury is going to conjunct Neptune. Okay, now here what we also have for March. Okay, March 11th, we have the total lunar eclipse in the sign Virgo. I did a whole video on this separately. I will link it down below. Hopefully I'll remember, but I should link it down below. It is in my 2025 playlist already. That is available. It gives you all the predictions for 2025. It is not too late to listen to that, because you're talking about things that are happening in the middle of 2025 in June. So get all that. And I'm also going to add the second eclipse season in there too. And then March 29th, we have a partial solar eclipse, okay, in Aries. So we got one in Virgo on the 11th, and we got one in Aries on the 29th. I also put the time on there. If you guys, I don't look at the eclipse, but if you want to. So March 11th is happening at 11:54 p.m. And then March 29th, 3:57 a.m. I live in LA, by the way. Now, the retrogrades, we got two. We got Venus that's going to retrograde in Aries March 1st, and then Mercury is going to retrograde in Aries, and that's going to be on the 14th. And then they're going to go into the sign Pisces, but they will still be retrograding. Okay, so the ingresses, which I have here, March 3rd, Mercury will enter Aries. Then on the 20th, the sun will enter Aries. That will be our spring solstice. That is the Happy New Year for a lot of people. That's why you have Easter, you have spring, new beginnings, all that, okay? Rebirth, a new transition, okay? March 27th, we have Venus retrograding in Pisces. March 29th, we have Mercury retrograding in Pisces. So they're still retrograding, and they go back into the sign Pisces. And then March 30th, we have Neptune entering Aries. So this is a big doozy this month, you guys. There is a lot going on. I'm not going to do horoscopes. We'll see. I don't plan on doing horoscopes in this video because I do break it down weekly. I have already done horoscopes with Venus retrograding. I've already done horoscopes with Mercury retrograding. I've already done horoscopes on both eclipse. Did I say that? And Neptune and Aries. I've done horoscopes on all these things. That's why it's very important for you to check out those videos and see how it affects you. And it's also important to check your sun, moon, and rising sign so you can get a full reading and really feel like you got your money's worth, even though you're not paying me. But so you can really get it all in. Okay. So now we are going to, which I should have done already. We're going to bring the chart to the video, to the episode. Let me see here. We are going to the current energy, which we are going to start March 1st. Okay. Here we are, people. Are you ready? Okay. If you have any questions, please feel free, if you're live, to write the questions down and I will answer them. Okay. Now, the first day, March 1st, we start off with a banger. Venus will be retrograding, and Venus will be retrograding in Aries. Let's see around what time. Oh, bam. Here we go. So around 5:55 p.m. Like I said, I did a video on it, but you're here. So we're not going to let you just leave without knowing. March 1st, Venus retrogrades in Aries. Now, listen, in your chart, if you already have Venus retrograding in your chart, you're comfortable with this energy. You can just be like, oh, okay, let me see how everyone else will be a hot mess, but you should be fine. I just want you to understand that's in your personal natal chart. If you have a planet retrograding, you're used to it, you're fine with it, you can continue on with life, okay? Now, but the collective, it would be affecting, which could affect you a little bit. Now, what happens when Venus retrogrades in Aries? You will be reevaluating love, relationships. Aries is a very bold, it's a very independent, it's a very passionate. It's all about self-discovery. It's all about me and the selfies and self-branding kind of energy. It's also very confrontational. But you can have some ex-flames coming up, some unresolved issues with loves. It's more about being independent within a relationship. So there are maybe being strong within a relationship. It's testing your self-worth and confidence. Aries is about the self. So a lot of self-love and confidence in how you or we as a collective value ourselves. It's a very impulsive energy. So there's reflection and being impulsive, like should you pause, should you rethink, or did you rush in this relationship? A lot of that happening. Did I move too fast with this agreement? It doesn't have to be a relationship far as love. It could be even a business relationship as well. Venus is also about our finances, is about beauty. So there could be some adjustments in that, like a drastic beauty change happening. Be careful. Aries also ruins the face. Ruins, not ruins. That was a Freudian slip, but Aries also rules the face, okay, the head. So a lot of things far as beauty with the head, the hair, all that could be changed. Be aware of that. Past love, old desires could be resurfacing. It could be burning the hot flame or burning out. Okay. Just be aware of that. Now, Venus retrograding shadow energy is that you could be restless in a relationship. You are talking about the ego, and now there's love and relationships, and there could be the ego versus this relationship or business partner that could be happening. Reckless spending. That could be happening because remember, Venus is about the comforts and enjoying life. Yeah, or love decisions. There, maybe you're attempting to go on your own or finding a new impulsive love relationship. Now, I do think that Venus and retrograding in Aries, you are going. Venus represents the female. Mars represents the men. So I think a lot of female celebrities, you will see that it's already hitting already hard because we do have an Aries eclipse happening, and then you have this Venus aspect. So you already see a lot of things happening, like with Beyonce, Taylor Swift, Blake Lively. The women are at the forefront here, and this could be scandals, this could be rebranding, this could be controversies. There could be some high-profile breakups happening, some career shifts, some financial battles that are in the public eye. Yeah, just watch. Also, like any past old drama resurfacing, because retrogrades is always like redoing something. But Venus is about females. Venus is about relationships. Venus is also about court. So the judgment, and there's fairness in something. The Blake Lively thing is very big with this Venus retrograde, and not only that, the eclipse has been happening, which is happening in Aries, which is also affected Blake Lively's chart. I haven't looked at Ryan Reynolds, but I've discussed that already. But someone could be winning a settlement, or someone could be readjusting the settlement. Someone could be going back to court. That could be happening. Yeah, or revisiting something far as finances too. Okay. Now, Venus retrograding is not necessarily bad. I do want you to understand. Like, remember, I told you some people have Venus retrograding in their chart, so they could be thriving through this energy. So you could be having a lot of brave women coming to the forefront, or fighting for their independence, or reclaiming their power, or making some bold moves, or standing up for themselves. That could be happening. But yeah, something with court, definitely. So let's see who's in court, and that doesn't have to be a female. But I find that it's someone who is selfish. A selfish female could be happening too. But just something in court and battles. And yeah, let's see what else we have. In my notes. Oh, also too, like the good girl image is now bad. Let's see how that some hidden or manipulative or deceptive energy could be coming out, because I find that when the retrogrades happen, things starts to resurface, and then when that sun hits that planet, it really highlights, and we get to see all the secrets of what's going on. Okay, women could be losing their influences and facing some public backlash. All that could be happening. Now, that same day, Mercury. Where is my Mercury here? Okay, yes, Mercury. Ooh, look, it's conjunct Venus. It's conjunct Neptune. It's also conjunct this. We went past it already because Mercury went fast, but it's also conjunct this North Node. Okay, so you're talking about when it's conjunct the North Node, there's spiritual insights. There could be some confusion. Anytime you have a conjunction, it's very strong. I just want you to know that. At the same time, it causes good and bad energy. Okay, it could be really good, or it could be really bad, or it could be both. I just want you to understand that. So you could have some confusion when it comes to your thoughts, when it comes to your communications in regards to what are you supposed to be doing? What is your future looking like? Okay. You probably can't really express them clearly. Or maybe you are having some destined conversations that are meant to happen because this is your karma. This is what you're meant to do in this lifetime. Okay. Now, Pisces is very hidden energy. So there could be some hidden truths or some secrets being revealed. Pisces Pisces is also very creative, and you're talking about Mercury. So you're talking about thinking. So creative thinking, creative conversations, inspired conversations. Okay. Pisces is very deceitful. Okay, so you got the secrets, illusions, deceitful, fogginess. So there could be some misinformations happening. There could be some deception, some manipulation, someone misleading the narrative. Yeah, but this is a great time for meditating. This is a great time for journaling. This is a great time for praying to God and talking to a spiritual wisdom, okay, a higher wisdom, not just your friend, okay, because there's very spiritual. Pisces is very spiritual and believes in the unknown, the intangible items, which is God and the universe and love. Okay. Yeah, but you could have some emotional conversations too. Some unconventional problem solving could happen here because you're talking about using your intuitions. You're talking about um, um, translating your dreams. Okay, all that could be happening, but it's a very karmic kind of energy, kind of shift. Now we have that Mercury conjunct that Neptune, right? That really happens closer because you see it's not exact here. These are little numbers here, the degree. So it really happens March 2nd, but it's already going to happen. You're going to feel it March 1st. Okay, so March 1st we are entering the spiritual arena. We're already there, but now the mind and the thoughts and communications is really strong in its energy, especially when it's touching Neptune, because Neptune is the modern ruler of Pisces. Okay, so now this will happen again. So you're going to get this now, and then it's going to revisit because Mercury is going to come back into Pisces, just so you know. Okay, but you're talking about heightened intuitive psychic ability. Everyone's going to be very sensitive. Okay, like your dreams, you're going to be really dreaming around March. Okay, you're going to be really into yoga. You're really going to be into the Reiki sessions. Okay, anything that you think is so cliche that's about spirituality, well, guess what, all those people are going to be making money. Okay, because they're going to really say, I need something that's intangible, because I'm all about my emotions, and these tangible things are not making sense, and this makes more sense. Okay, so this is more enhanced creativity, more enhanced imagination. Also too, people could be leaning more to addiction. People could be leaning more into the fantasy world, reading books, fantasy books, all that could be happening, or maybe having a stronger connection to the unknown. Like, I had a dream about my aunt who passed. That could be happening. Okay, now this is a very strong communication thing of loss in the sauce with communication. Okay, so miscommunications, misunderstandings, things are not very clear, but very unspoken communication could be stronger. Okay, so good things with your dreams, feeling someone's energy without even talking to them, that is more the positive side of this. Okay, so like really talking may not be very clear, it may be coming out like blah 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 blah, right? But how do you feel? The connection, what was the vibe in a room? Okay, what was the energy in a room? He said this, but his feelings and his energy read more like that. That's going to be stronger. Okay, so be aware of the deception and dishonesty coming out of people's mouth, but be aware of what your inner gut is telling you. Okay, but dreams are very strong, spirituality is very strong, charity is very strong, especially with communicating. Pisces is very charitable energy, so compassion. People may be crying a little bit more while talking. That could be happening because people are going to be more empathetic than ever. Okay, now also this day, the sun in Pisces is going to square, it's a mutable square, okay? And it's going to square Jupiter in the sign Gemini. So this could be, Jupiter is very positive, but the sun could be causing some overconfidence here, or over promising, or exaggerating optimism, under delivering because you're doing too much. Okay, the sun likes to pursue things, it's our ego, it's our life, and now we are just doing too much. Okay, especially when it comes to communication, especially when it comes to something that's about change. Okay, conflicting desires between emotions and your intuition and your intellectual curiosity, struggles with focusing and discipline and ideas and dreams and unrealistic things, all that could be a little bit scattered. Square is attention, square is a change, square is a challenge, and we don't like challenges. However, it's here, we're here to learn about them. So there's something that could be expanding and changing in our life, and it could be coming in through a communicative way, because that Gemini energy loves to communicate or likes to multitask, and there's something that we have to learn from it. Okay, but this could be something that's very exaggerated or misjudgment, or communication is off. Yes, be aware of that. Also, Jupiter is the ruler of philosophy. It's the ruler of spirituality. It's the ruler of higher knowledge. It's the ruler of traveling and going out the country and going beyond your world. So there could be some challenges here when it comes to loss. You could be lost in the sauce. You could get lost while traveling. That could be happening. Just be aware of that. Okay. Now, March 3rd, we have, actually, let me change it to days. March 3rd, we have Mercury entering the building. Okay. Mercury is now entering the sign Aries. Okay. And when Mercury enters Aries, this is going to mostly affect the fire signs. Okay. So the Aries, the Leos, Sagittarius. If I didn't tell you, even Venus in Aries could be affecting the fire signs too. And not in a good light. Okay. It could be squaring, sextile. I mean, not squaring, trining in a good light. I'm sorry. It's going to be helping you guys in a good light. So the fire signs, you're going to be great. If you have fire sign placements, like I have a Mercury in Leo, this is going to be working really great with me. Okay. So it's not just your sun sign. It could be your moon sign. It could be your Mercury sign, your Mars sign, your rising sign. If you have it in a fire sign, and the fire sign is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Venus is going to be retrograding in that. And then Mercury is going to be, but it's going to be trining. So it's going to be working really good for you. So this is really great for you. Now, if you are a cardinal sign, which is Cancer, Libra, or Capricorn, these Aries placements are not working in your best. There's a challenge here. There's something that's going to have attention or pressure to act quickly. So get ready for that. Okay. So just Mercury. Also, this could affect athletes. This Aries energy, this is a very competitive energy, wants to be first, got to be first. Okay, very high energy. If you know anyone who's always rushing, always losing things because they're rushing, always late because they're rushing or doing too much, that's an Aries. They most likely they have a strong Mars or Aries placement, and so that could be affecting them too. This also could be affecting some leaders. Okay, so this is not just this Mercury and Venus in Aries retrograding. This is also the eclipse happening too. So some leaders or anyone who are self-doers or entrepreneurs or risk takers or trailblazers or they're self-starters or they're business owners, definitely going to be affecting them. Now, the men are entering the building. Okay, we got Venus in here, which is more women, but we also could be discussing a lot of men or masculine energy, a traditional masculine energy, or a woman who acts like a man. Anything dealing with strength and independence or assertiveness or warrior kind of mindset. All that's going to come to the forefront. Okay. This is also dealing with police. This is also dealing with guns, weapons, sharp knives, soldiers, first responders, anyone who's a rebel or a rule breaker, because they like to take risks. They like to challenge authority. They like doing things their own way. This is all going to affect them as a collective. Okay. Now, Mercury entering the sign Aries. So back to that. Okay. Now, Mercury entering the sign Aries, you're talking about having some fast decisions. You're being quick. You're being sharp. You're being instinctive. You're being confident. There's courage. You're speaking up. Also to if I didn't say, Venus really doesn't like to be in Aries. So just so you know that, because Venus likes to be in Libra, and this is opposing that energy. So just so you know, it doesn't like to be in Aries. It's like, oh, I'm not comfortable here. So you already have that dynamic. Mercury is going to move fast though in Aries. Okay, it's very inventive. It's thinking. It's motivational energy. Very decisive. Very action and thinking is at the same time. So that's really good. So like problem solving and willing to take risk and competitive edge. And maybe you're into debates more. Maybe you're negotiating more. Maybe you're more assertive in your communication. Yeah. As far as like business and trade, because Mercury represents not just communication and talking and thinking and breaking things down. It's also about trade, okay, and commerce. So there could be this very bold or competitive kind of business trade happening, or a rivalry when it comes to business. Now, it's traveling, day-to-day travel. So you're talking about your cars, you're talking about even if you fly, this could be affecting that, and it could be like you're rushing while traveling. Okay, be aware of that. A lot of chances of accidents are more happening while Mercury's in Aries. So everyone drives slow. Okay. But this is a very entrepreneurial mindset. Technology will be moving fast. Competitive. Oh, I already said that. Okay. On the negative side of Mercury entering Aries, and when Mercury retrograde, we'll probably see this more. People are going to be very impulsive when they're speaking. They're going to be talking. They're going to be talking without thinking. A lot of misunderstandings, a lot of arguments, a lot of verbal aggressions, a lot of people being harsh, a lot of people being blunt, a lot of people being confrontational, a lot of heated debates. Get ready to see stuff online, okay? A lot of lack of patience and desire for instant results. People are going to be jumping on TikTok and just saying things that they shouldn't be saying, okay? And maybe deleting it later, okay? People could be jumping to conclusions, a lot of rash decisions, a lot of misjudgments, a lot of acting out without facts, a lot of talking without facts, thinking without facts, okay? Struggling to listen, more focused on expressing their own ideas, because Mercury in Aries is all about me, 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 me. I don't want to hear you out, okay? So there may not be a balanced conversation happening, okay? A lot of impulsive communication mistakes, like sending the wrong text messages, or you know how you screen a shady conversation? Don't act like I'm by myself, and you send it to the person who you're talking about accidentally. That could be happening, okay? Regretting something you said out of anger is definitely happening with Mercury in Aries retrograding, okay? And overconfident in your thoughts and ideas, believing you are right all the time without listening to someone else, okay? Get ready for that while Mercury is in a sign Aries retrograding. Now, March 7th, we have the sun is going to trine Mars. So here's the sun, and then beautiful Mars is over here. They're both at 17 degrees. This is great energy. So you're talking about emotional confidence. You're talking about initiation, intuitive action, because you're talking about the water sign is very compassionate, it's very protective, and now there's action towards it, and it's very nurturing and it's very spiritual. It's a water sign. So there's intuitive energy. Yeah, and there's strong emotional drive, there's success and creativity and healing fields, anything dealing with art, anything dealing with caregiving and motherly. Now you have the action to do it. You're pursuing it. It's a very balanced energy flow. It's deepening a soulful relationship of some sort. Okay. Water trines are always dealing with psychic abilities. It's always dealing with your intuition. It's always dealing with sensitivity and your emotions and creativity and healing and emotions. I said emotions. Just a very fluid water, making things feel right kind of energy. So yeah, dream activity may be really strong here. Okay, we've already talked about dreams and the subconscious, but there could be some messages here coming your way, especially in your drive and things that you're supposed to achieve from the past. That could be coming from your past, or be coming from your mom, or coming from something that was safe and protective. Okay, yeah, water and also too, like being around the ocean, being around the lake, that could be helping you, and you can love that. Be aware that blurring some boundaries will be actually be okay, because this is a trine and it's loving. There's compassion here, compassion for someone in their home, compassion for someone and their mom here. Okay, very positive energy. If you're trying to create, if you're trying to be psychic, if you're trying to be intuitive, if you're trying to do something out of love, that's a great day for love. Okay. Now we move on to March 11th. Okay, so this is when we have the solar eclipse. I've discussed this already. Okay, but we are going to discuss this again. This happens at 11 p.m. So we're gonna move this down. Yeah. Okay. So this is where we have this eclipse happening. Wait, hold on. Why do I have this date? March 11th. Why is it in Virgo? Scooch it back. Do I have it in? Okay. We're moving it back, moving it back. Wait, what am I doing? Why am I lost in the sauce? Hold on. Yes, okay. I moved it too far back. I'm looking at the moon, you guys. I'm trying to scooch it back. I should just stop being lazy. Look at me. Look at me. Okay, let me just actually make the eclipse chart here. Okay. The eclipse is not, why do I have it on the 11th? It's actually on the 14th. Why do I have that for March 11th? I'm sorry, you guys. I wrote the wrong date here. March 11th. Let me go to my dates. March 11th. I don't know why I have that for March 11th. It's actually on the 14th. Mercury is on the 11th. We have, actually, my notes are wrong. Hold on. Let me see if I have it in my notes. Hold up. Wait a minute. March 11th. March 11th. I have Mercury. Where's my Mercury? Hold on. Wait a minute. I don't know why I have my eclipse so early. Okay, so I'm missing an aspect, but I'm going to tell you guys right now. So March 11th, let me go back to now, current transit, and we'll put it back to. So on March 11th, we have Mercury. Where's my Mercury? Look at this. It is conjunct this Uranus. Mercury is conjunct Venus retrograding. This will happen again, okay? So this is when we have it the first time. It's in 8 degrees. 8 degrees is Scorpio degree. So there's something that could be a transformation, something dealing with psychology, something that's a rebirth, or something dealing with finances, right? So like you owe me money, you owe me taxes, there's some debt here. This could also be dealing with jealousy. This also could be dealing with a death of some sort. But the death is not just something ending. This is a transformation of some sort. Okay, so first of all, you have that, and then you have it in Aries. So Aries is very strong. It's something new. It's something about the individual, something about someone being selfish or independent, or someone being on their own. So you also have that, and these are about discussions with the female, discussions with the team, thinking about and communicating across the board about something that is about justice, something about fairness, something about harmony, something about balance. Okay, a lot of discussions, a lot of thinking about women energy, basking in love, basking in comfort. Okay, in a selfish way. Okay, so all these things could be happening, and this is what we have on the March 11th, Mercury conjunct in Aries. Okay, then on March 12th, which I do have, and then we'll go back to the eclipse. Actually, March 12th. March 12th, we have the sun entering Aries. So let me go to March, not entering Aries, sorry. The sun in Pisces is sitting here and it's conjunct Neptune. Okay, so while this is happening, okay, while you're sitting here saying, this isn't fair, is it fair? I don't know. That could be happening. Just a strong connection to Venus air energy. So a strong connection of like, are you being lazy? Are you not doing anything? Are you being a self-starter? Are you thinking about strong, independent females? All of that is going to happen here. Then you have here this conjunction at the same time, right? So meanwhile, the day before this is happening, and you could be feeling this a little bit earlier, and then now you have the sun sitting here and it's very, very serious. Okay, so while you're sitting here thinking like, let me just be lazy, let me bask in the comforts of food and binge watch something, not really binge watching, because this is a very active energy. So it's like you want to be out in the sun and enjoy the sun more kind of energy by yourself as a strong female. I keep saying strong female because this is about females, this is about women, this is about a team, this is about relationships. Okay, so while you're sitting here saying, I want to be Miss Independent, we also have this energy of the sun conjunct Saturn, and the sun is about your identity, it's about your vitality, it's about your self-expression, it's about the ego, where Saturn is also about discipline, restriction, structure, limitations. Okay, so you have this powerful infusion of creativity because it's in Pisces, there's spirituality, and it's very serious, like it's about a serious dream and making your dreams into a reality. And this is a Cazimi. So at first there was like you were kind of like blurred between the lines of seriousness about your spirituality, about occults, like, no, I'm not going to that devil. But now it's like seriousness with it. Okay, so increased responsibility on self-reflection. There's emotional maturity and spirituality. There's spiritual growth. You're testing your dreams, but it's versus reality. So it's like making your dreams a reality, improving in your dreams, thinking of your dreams in a long term, refining your visions, stripping away illusions, and the wishful thinking. No, let's be realistic of what's going to happen. Okay. Now, some people can have disillusionment. Some people could be delaying something. There could be restrictions. There could be roadblocks, but only to strengthen what is not there. Okay. So you're only thinking about this isn't here. This is lack. This is an insecurity. And that could be bringing a very serious pessimistic energy. Do not live in that energy. Okay. Be very Okay, Saturn is not a scary planet because Saturn brings long term results. When you work with Saturn, and if you learn the lessons of Saturn, then it's going to bring you long term results. Okay, it's going to be very successful. Okay, so anyone dealing with their Saturn return, when you achieve those things, and you're like, oh my gosh, I climbed a mountain, because that's literally what Saturn is, right? Now, if you are being pessimistic, if you're being negative, and you're just like, I don't want to learn a lesson, well, guess what? You're going to be living in Delulu land. You're not going to be focused. You're going to be lost in the sauce, and you're going to be manipulated. Okay. So this could be feeling like you're restricted, but what is the lesson? You could be feeling like there's heavy burdens. There's a heavy weight on your shoulders. You could be feeling fatigue. You could be feeling like your self-doubt. You could be having block. You could be feeling judged. There's external forces that's making you feel constrained. You could be feeling not good. You could be feeling pressures. However, what is the lesson? What is the long-term result? Why are you in this confined situation? There's always long-term energy. Okay, so you got to focus on the details. You got to focus on compassion. You got to focus on love. Okay, this is at 22 degrees. 22 degrees is dealing with career. It's dealing with your public image, so be aware of that. Okay, so you could be having some emotional heavy or feeling overwhelmed about some responsibilities. You could be doubting yourself, feeling insecure. You can have some delays. You could feel like you're lonely. However, this is a great time to be serious about your dreams, and also turning the structure into a reality, turning them into structured reality. Okay, you could be setting some healthy boundaries, especially when it comes to your emotions, especially when it comes to your psychic intuition. Okay, this is about patience. This is about resilience. This is not about moving fast. This is about inner strength. This is going to help some long-term goals. Okay, this is also going to help you strengthen your wisdom, learning from your past struggles, embracing your personal responsibility. Okay, now Mercury, I just don't want to miss over. Let me see. When is the eclipse? 2025. Okay, so now we're going to go over the eclipse. So now we have the eclipse here. And the eclipse is, I don't know why I wrote it on the wrong day. That really annoys me. So I apologize for everyone who has it on their calendar, but I did have the eclipse right on the eclipse video. Okay, so now we have the eclipse here, and this happens March 13th, and it happens at 11:54 p.m. Okay, and this is LA time here. Okay, so now we have this eclipse. This one is a big one. Okay, this is the one out of the two that you should be feeling the most if you're not already feeling it already. Okay, this is in the sign Virgo. Okay, so it's also conjunct here the South Node, so it's about releasing something. It's also opposing Neptune in Pisces, is also opposing Saturn in Pisces. However, this beautiful eclipse, okay, is also trining Uranus here. Okay, Uranus is in a sign Taurus. Okay, so anytime we have this lunar eclipse and it's in a sign Virgo, you're talking about releasing something that's perfect. If you're over criticizing about something, unrealistic standards and self-doubt, all that's being released. Okay, so it makes me think of, I was watching these YouTubers, and they were talking about all the work they had done, and all the plastic surgery, and they were just like, you know what, we don't care what people think about us, we're going to put it out there. And it was very interesting because you have one dynamic of people are like, oh my gosh, all that plastic surgery, because I mean, I had no idea, but I'm not aware when people get things done, all that plastic surgery, you have that judgment, but then you also had the awareness that they were like, you know what, I don't care anymore. I don't want to look like I just, you know, grew up with this face and this body. I just want to release it and let you know I'm done with it. And you can tell that's part of that eclipse there, right? But there could be some major life revelations here in regarding to work, and regarding to health, and regarding to relationships or responsibilities. There's also karma anytime you're dealing with these nodes, right? So there could be some karmic closures or some necessary endings, because there's like a completing of a cycle of some sort. You could be breaking from old routines, rebuilding new ones, resetting some habits, creating healthier healthier structures, because Virgo is all about health. Virgo is also about charity. Virgo is also about perfectionism. So all that could be changing, and there's something about efficiency that could be changing too. Even mental health could be more of a focus, or reevaluating how you are at work and productivity in your day-to-day habits, and what is your true purpose. Okay, or what brings you a true purpose. This could be balancing logic from intuition. Okay, but this eclipse could make you be feeling emotionally overwhelmed. You could have some anxiety because you feel like you need to have control, because that Virgo wants to have control. This also could be bringing some harsh judgment, right? Because you could be over analyzing the failures and it not really acknowledging your growth, or feeling like you don't have enough growth. This could be a disruption at work, a disruption in your routine, from a job or project, or your daily schedule. This could be revealing some harsh truths. Okay, honesty and being accountable. Virgo is very accountable about some things. Okay, it's letting go of any rigid perfection and ideology, or embracing being adaptable, because it's a mutable sign anyway. Aligning your daily habits with long-term goals and self-care, and prioritizing that mental and physical health. Making informed, structured decisions without emotional overreactions. You could be decluttering, you could be cleaning out. Just be aware of that. Okay. Now, okay, this eclipse, which I've done a very detailed video on this, and I also done horoscopes on this. Okay, this eclipse is conjunct the South Node, so there's something that is about releasing and letting go, releasing and letting go anything dealing with Virgo, your health, lack of health, too many details. You're too focused on the details. Just let go of that. Okay. Let go of that negative weight physically and mentally. Okay. Now it's also opposing Neptune. Okay. So there could be some truths being that's like there, because Neptune again, it's about secrets and Delulu energy and illusions. So there's something reality versus the illusions. Like some dreams or beliefs could be shattered here. Okay, this could be some spiritual clarity or deception. There needs to be a balance between the two. You can have an emotional fog or uncertainty, or maybe you're escaping and looking at porn, or drinking a lot of alcohol, or just overeating instead of facing reality. Okay, this could be affecting some being perfect when it comes to being creative, when you're being artistic, when you're writing a poem. That could be happening. Now it's opposing Saturn. Saturn is very serious and very responsible, and it can't see eye to eye. So it's like, here I'm trying to be perfect, and now I have some long-term delays or some restrictions here. Okay, emotional and spiritual maturity is required. There cannot be any shortcuts. Serious decisions about your career, about your purpose, about your long-term stability, all that needs to happen. Okay, you may have to commit to a long-term plan and make a tough decision, or accept that certain path requires more effort than expected, and you're like, I didn't know it was going to take this long. I didn't know it was going to take this long. I thought this was going to be easy. This is not going according to my plan, because Sue did it in 2 months. Why does it say it takes me 2 years? That could be an issue. But the blessing here is that we have this trine. So this eclipse brings some unexpected shifts, some breakthroughs, some sudden insight. Maybe you were doing something one way, and now you have a new way of doing something. It's very unexpected, very out of the box. Uranus also represents intelligence. It represents moving fast. It represents science, astrology. So you can have a natal chart reading, and it's like, oh my gosh, that's a game changer in regards to my long-term dreams, in regards to this deception and fog that I've been into. Uranus also represents social media. So something on social media can bring light to you. Okay. Now Mercury is conjunct Aries. Oh, now I have my Mercury conjunct Aries, which Mercury conjunct Venus, which I wrote down. But I want to say that what it means, because this was actually a few days before the eclipse, but it's happening during the eclipse too. But you could be very blunt in passionate communication, revisiting a past relationship, revisiting a aggressive relationship. There could be reassessing some finances too, reassessing something that happened at court, something that's not there's no justice involving this. You could be making fast and bold decisions. Yeah, speaking before you think. Anything that I told you that Mercury is negative in, now it's conjunct Venus, so it's regarding relationships. So like misjudging, talking too fast to a loved one, falling back into toxic behavior, all that could be happening. Okay. So yeah, that's what we have on the 13th, and that Venus retrograde. Then also too, let me go back to now here, and we're going to the 14th of March here. Now Mercury, let me scooch it over. Now Mercury is retrograding. Okay. So Venus was retrograding, and now Mercury is like, we had this conversation yesterday, but you know what? Let me come back and finish this conversation. Okay. Mercury, remember, it's about your decision making. It's about communication. So text messages, emails, writing a letter. You could be losing your keys. All that could be happening. You're more impulsive. You're moving too fast. Your potential to be aggressive. Okay. It's fast, it's direct, it's impatient. There's delays though, because Mercury makes things not work. Okay. So you were supposed to catch the bus isn't here, you fail because you were moving too fast. Now there's blood, because Aries does require some blood action. It doesn't require, but there is some blood when it comes to Mercury, so be aware of that. Okay. But you need to slow down, you need to rethink, you need to be cautious in your speech, in your travel, and any type of major decisions. Mercury represents anything written. So you're talking about signing contracts. So if you're signing contracts in regards to sports, which every time Mercury's in retrograde Aries, I got to sign something in regards to sports with my kids. Read the fine print, okay? But this is very impulsive words and communication, revisiting conflicts and unfinished business, disruptions in travel, social media, technology, daily plans. All that is going to be issues, glitches. I'm going to be on live. It may turn off because I've decided to impulsively be on live. That could be happening. Okay. Frustrations and delays, setbacks. Okay. Challenges and warnings. I want you to avoid any type of impulsive decisions. Think before you speak. Double check any contract. Double check your travel plans. Double check any agreements, verbal agreements. Double check. Okay. Be mindful of accidents and recklessness. Okay. Aries, again, very impulsive, very fast. Everyone take your time and move slow. Okay. Please. Okay. Now, but this is a great time to revisit any past mistakes and correct them. It's a great time for pausing and reflecting on your reactions, on your personal goals, because Aries is about the self. It's about being bold. It's about doing something new. It's about starting new. Okay. So do a new approach on something, but think about it. Don't just do. Just have this time. Like, I want to start a new project, and I'm going to write it down first. And then when Mercury stops retrograding, that's when I'll implement the project. Okay. Actually, it really goes off of the moon too. If you want to start a project, DM me and say, is this a great day to start a project? I could tell you the void course of the moon and let you know if that's a great day to start a project. Anyway, March 17th. Okay, so now we have the sun is now sitting here and is conjunct our future, our karmic future. This is really great because anything we're supposed to achieve in this lifetime, there's going to be some awareness. There's going to be unexpected shift to push us towards our soul's life's purpose. Okay, surrendering to the unknown, trusting divine timing. Okay, I just did a great video on Pisces energy. Here, where is it? I also did one on Aquarius, but here's the one on Pisces. Go ahead, check it out. It's just uploaded as I'm pretty sure as I was doing this. Anyway, but yes, you have that. And then this is very intuitive, spiritual energy. There's an awakening here. You're shedding the illusions. You're facing the truth. You're being creative, and it's helping you towards your future. Okay. So higher spiritual calling. You're going to have awareness to it. Anything the sun touches, it's like, hello, the secret's out. There's clarity. There's clarity. So this is about having clarity about creativity, about charity, about oneness, about love, about relationships. Anything, you don't have to be a literal artist to be creative. It's anything that you are creative about, anything that's dealing with love, anything dealing with your soul's purpose. There is going to be clarity on that. That is great energy. That is March 17th. Okay. Now on the 19th, we have the sun. Now the sun is conjunct Neptune. Here we go. Here we go. Y'all, let me tell you about this because I love me some Neptune. And when the sun hits Neptune, when there is a Cazimi, we are going to find about all the corruptions and secrets, okay? Get ready for the tea. Mark your calendar, March 17th. Turn on the blogs, turn on the podcast, turn on the TikTok, whatever is in there hiding, okay? We are going to get some awareness, okay? This is the final illusion awakening, okay? The sun is the flashlight. So it's like someone done opened a closet and put a flashlight. Like, what y'all doing in here? What are y'all doing in here? That is what we're going to get. Okay. Now, Neptune is just not the house of secrets, not the house, but just not the place of secrets and illusions and fog. Neptune is also about spirituality. It's about intuitive, it's about creativity, right? But yeah, let's see some clarity in all those things. Okay, so there could be a major revelation. There's clarity after confusion. There's something hidden that's going to be revealed. Maybe there was spiritual deception, well, or self delusions. There's a karmic ending because Pisces also represents ending. Oh. Also, too, you guys, this is going to be so strong. This is 29 degrees. 29 degrees is like, oh my gosh, this is serious. This is intense. We had Mars retrograding in Cancer at, I think, 29 degrees. That's when we had the fires. 29 degrees comes and shake things up because it's like, hurry up, we got to finish. Hurry up, we got to finish. You know that intensity you have, like, hurry up, hurry up. I can't even, I feel it. And I'm not even explaining it. But you know how like you're in a rush and you're like, I have to do this before the alarm goes off, before whatever. I won't have a last chance to do it. That is the energy of 29 degrees. So something is going to feel so rushed and it's going to be highlighted. And I am really believing there's going to be a secret coming out. Okay. But you could have a message from the subconscious individually. That could be, you could be very clairvoyant. There could be telepathic energy, psychic abilities, receiving a dream or a vision, and it's been sitting there for a long time. And now you're like, okay. Remember, this is artistic. This is creative energy. This is tapping into the unknown. Now the conjunctions are strong and they're also good and are also bad. Okay. So be aware of the deception, be aware of escapism, be aware of addiction, be aware of imprisonment. Okay. All this could be happening. Manipulation, false promises, misleading. However, because we have a Cazimi, there will be clarity in all those things. Okay. Be aware. I am excited about this because I want to see you guys. I love it when the tea comes out. Okay. Now we have that. We're coming to the ending. There's closure. And then it's Happy New Year. The sun has entered Aries, has entered the building of Aries, and it is spring solstice. Okay. So we have Aries is all about new. It's about breaking free, starting something new, starting about the self, setting some intentions, creating goals. This is what we have for the solstice. Okay. Spring solstice is always like the sun is shining brighter. Okay. Starting some long awaited project, making a bold decision, taking risk in your career, in your life, being bold in your personal life. Doing something new. Okay. Also, this gives you increased energy. Okay, Aries is all about the physical body. So it's like I got to move. I'm ready to work out. That's why every time it's spring season, people are at the gym more. I don't know if you ever noticed that, but Aries season, people are working out. There is a lot of physical energy, a lot of sports energy. Yeah, eager for action. Okay, leadership. Aries is all about leadership. It's about independence, doing something on your own. A lot of leaders get ready for the presidents, the kings, all that stuff is going to start. Now, Aries also represents rebirth and renewal. So a shift in perspective. Yeah, it's Easter. There's a lot of solstice celebrations around the world, but I live in America. I was born a Christian. So Easter is really big. So when you have Easter, Easter is about a rebirth, right? And also there is a transformation, a personal rebirth that could be happening, letting go of the old and embracing a new version of yourself. Okay. Spring cleaning. Not just spring cleaning physically the house, but your mind, your body, your spirit. There's detoxing. All that could be happening. Okay. But be ready for boldness. Be ready of harsh conversations. Be ready for people being a little aggressive, short tempers, being burnt out, the ego that could be clashing. But you're talking about having some bold goals, some bold action. a lot of health, a lot of physical energy, and starting a new cycle. Okay, this is New Year. Set some new plans on what you want for the year. Okay, now March 22nd, we have, look at this. Here we go. We got a Cazimi. Now, this is retrograding, so this will come back. And this retrograding means that this will be more internal, okay? So this Cazimi with this conjunction of Venus and the Sun, it's going to be something about your ego, sure, but it's more internal and far as like yourself and relationships. Are you and your disharmony? There will be something like a self-reflections in relationship or unfinished business in love, or questioning your self-worth and independence. Again, talking to an ex, the conversation or the connection comes back, but you are thinking internally, is this going to work? And you'll have some internal clarity on it. Yeah. Confidence. This is all about confidence and all about the self. All that's going to be coming up. So like your self-image. Do you love yourself? What is your beauty regimen? Do you consider yourself beauty? How do you beautiful? Do you express yourself? All that is going to be coming up around March 22nd. Venus also represents finances. Okay, so is your money working for you? What are you thinking internally? And there will be clarity of that internally. Okay, now conjunctions are good and bad, but this is a Cazimi, and this is a retrograde Cazimi. So it's going to be more internal before it comes out in the surface. Okay, when it comes out in the surface the second time, it will work out. People will see it more, but this is a more internal awareness that's happening. Now, March 24th. On March 24th, here we have another Cazimi, right? And this one is internal too. So now it's like everything that was the harmony here, or the love of self. Now it's the communication of self. Okay, so reevaluating your identity and your personal goals, speaking without thinking, watching your words, past conversations or arguments are resurfacing, and you're really thinking about them internally. Okay, unexpected mental clarity, insights that shift your personal perspective or shift some new perspectives because you're dealing with Aries. This could be some delays and some frustrations, but there's awareness here, and you can see it internally. You're thinking about them. Okay, be aware of that. It's going to be strong March, towards the end of March, in the middle with the eclipse towards the end. It gets so juicy, you guys. Okay, so March 27th. Now we have Venus is at 29 degrees. It is retrograding on Neptune. Okay, you guys, Venus is now retrograding in Pisces. So first we're talking about women in who are very bold. Now we're talking about women who are secretive. Okay, Pisces is very secretive. Are that very spiritual woman, whoever is like, oh, she seems so spiritual. Now there's issues here with them. Okay, I'm going to get more detailed when the week of this, but I want you to know now it's at 29 degrees. So this is a secret love affair. And there's some type of deception here. We may not see this, you guys. The retrograde may bring it to light, but because we don't have the sun there, it's not showing the light on anything. This might be boring for us. Boring for me because I won't be able to see it. But I just want you to understand that 29 degrees, it is very rush. Remember that 29 degrees is very important. This aspect here is going to be very important for its harmony with the self and spirituality. You could be revisiting a past love or revisiting a love relationship and that passed away or that ended. That could definitely be it. Breaking free from illusions of love. That's really important. Emotional healing. Pisces is all about healing. It's all about forgiveness and letting go. And maybe you have to forgive a partner or forgive to have some harmony within yourself. Okay. Now, this also could bring some confusion, some missed signals, and some uncleared feelings. Finances. Reevaluating the finances. Where did that money go? Pisces can make it disappear. And now this is bringing some, I wouldn't say clarity, but this could be coming back up. Okay. So be aware of that. You could be falling back with toxic relationships. You could be repeating some past mistakes. Pisces love toxic energy. Okay. Pisces love to not see the red flags. Pisces likes to just live in Delulu land and not face reality. And then now you're talking about love. You're talking about harmony. You're talking about justice. You're talking about fairness. You're talking about equality. And it could be lost in the sauce, but there is an urgency here that you need to wake up here. Okay. Now, Mercury. I have divine love, revisiting karmic love. I have breaking through romantic illusions, spiritual and creative expansion. Oh, also with creativity, it could be a thing that really could be boasting your community. You could be having a false hope in relationships as well. Okay. Let me see what we have for March 29th. Now here come Mercury. Now Mercury is in the building. First of all, Mercury is in Aries and it hits 0 degrees. Venus will hit 0 degrees. You guys, this is all so strong. 0 degrees is very strong. 29 degrees is very strong. So this is someone's really arguing. Something may be online and you're going to be like, oh, okay. And that kind of situation, because this is very impulsive. Okay. Please do not tweet. Please do not just go on live on this day, because you could be very impulsive. Now, if you have Mercury retrograde in your chart, this would be very good for you. And if you have a fire sign, okay, I have a Mercury in Leo, this will be fine. Okay, because the fire signs are trining this. So you have any Leo energy or Sagittarius energy, and it's hitting this early degrees, it's trining, meaning that it's working really good for you. There's a blessing coming for you. But if you sitting here as a Cancer, and if you're sitting here as a Capricorn, or if you're sitting here as a Libra, or if you're sitting here as an Aries, unplug. Don't go live. Okay. I'm telling you. So this is what happens. This is for both Venus when it hits here and Mercury. And this is for March 29th. It's going to be someone's going to be making a very blunt, impulsive, very aggressive announcement. Okay. That could be happening. Now it's scooched back into Pisces. And when Mercury is in Pisces, remember, Mercury is about technology, social media, communication, our trade, our thoughts. Pisces is very deep. It's very reflective. It's our emotions. It brings confusions. There's secrets. There's deception. There's addiction. Okay. You have all that. So you have uncertainty. You have nostalgia. You have illusions, and you have miscommunications and delays, or maybe just deja vu. Ooh, you don't know, but all that is resurfacing, okay, because it's retrograding. So you do have some misinterpretation, some mental fog. You do have Mercury when it enters this sign and then it gets conjunct Neptune. Is going to be very strong. Look at her doing a switcheroo. They're doing a switcheroo. But it could be something from an old memory, or conversations of past lovers, or conversations of death, spiritual awakenings. Oh, you guys, I do want you to know that every week I'm doing I was putting this all together, but I decided to separate the videos. But I do current events, and I break down current events with astrology, and it's a live video. So I'm going to talk about how this Pisces stallion, all the current events that's coming up. Okay, I'm not going to be talking about feet. Pisces represents feet, but we are talking about endings and death. There's a lot of interesting things in with that, and addiction too. Anyway, but all that is going to come back. That's going to be coming back to the arena. We're going to really talking about corruptions and secrets and conspiracy theories. Okay, all that is going to get more lost in the sauce and being more in the public. People, like, what are they called? People who are podcasters. They're going to be talking about this more than ever. The deceptions, the secrets, all that is going to be coming up when Mercury is retrograding in Pisces and then coming back in Aries. Okay. I have Mercury in Pisces conjunct Neptune at 29 degrees. This could be some unraveling, some illusions, seeing the truth, extreme confusion, or mental fog. So it could either have some clarity or you're really lost in the sauce. A lot of discussions of drugs, a lot of discussions of homelessness, a lot of discussions of people lacking and not having things, a lot of discussions of not forgiving, or maybe you need to forgive. Okay. Yeah. Are the creative people are coming out? You know, I went and talked about all the Pisces people, Janae Aiko. I'm trying to think who has like stallions. I think Tyler the Creator. I don't know anything about him, but the Tyler the Creator name alone is very Pisces energy. Okay. Now we have the solar eclipse too on the 29th. So we got a lot of stuff on the 29th here. And this eclipse here, this one, you know, wasn't as intense. It has some stuff with Mercury. So before Mercury enters Pisces. Right before it hits Pisces, we do have this eclipse here. It happens at 3:57 a.m. and Mercury moves fast. Okay, so it's here dealing with the eclipse, and then it's like on to Pisces. Okay, but this eclipse, I've done a video on. I have the horoscopes on it, and there's some karmic resets. Anytime there's an eclipse, do not do any like moon magic. Do not make any manifestations because you don't know what happens. The eclipse is wilding out. Okay, you have no idea what the eclipse are. But there's something that's very bold and new starting. This is all about the self. This is sitting close to the north node here, so there's something that you should be gaining and doing. Also with the Aries, there's something bold and new, some increased passion, assertiveness, some fire energy, so some unexpected shifts. That's new. Something new is going to be built, or something very courageous. It's something about the self, something about, I keep saying new, but there's something new happening here. Okay. Yeah. So be aware of that. This solar eclipse, this partial solar eclipse in Aries, conjunct that Mercury is also dealing with communication too. So it's like you're taking a bold new step in communicating, and it's about yourself. You're letting everyone know, you know what, I've just started to be real, and I'm just going to talk about me, and I'm not going to be attached to this relationship. Yeah, I'm releasing that old friend. I'm releasing that business partner. I'm releasing that thing that I thought would bring me self-worth. I am worthy of myself. Okay. I'm very leader energy, and really talking about it and thinking about it, and writing it down and communicating it. Okay. So that is what we have for that. And then now for March 30th. Okay. This is a big doozy. So we had all this. All of this is very big energy. I'm saying it as if it's not, like it's just another day. You guys, all of this is huge. Okay. So as of March 30th, look at Neptune. Neptune is sitting there conjunct Pisces, which I've already discussed. And now it is in Aries. Okay. This is what we end the month out of. I want you guys to know this is going to be so new. What, what is this going to look like? Okay. Neptune is the planet of illusions. Neptune is the planet of conspiracy theories. Neptune is the planet of secrets. Neptune is in charge of all those homeless people. I live in LA. Neptune's in charge of that. Neptune is in charge of all the people who are very psychotic. Neptune is in charge of addictions. Neptune is in charge of porn. Neptune is in charge of that binge watching. Okay. Also, Neptune in a positive light is in charge of spirituality, compassion, oneness, creativity. And now it has entered the Aries building. And when it enters Aries, you're talking about leadership, you're talking about war, you're talking about power, you're talking about action, you're talking about independence, you're talking about battle. So there is going to be some newness when it comes to the spiritual warrior. Okay. The inspirational leader. There's going to be like a new Martin Luther King or a Malcolm X. Malcolm X is very Neptune in Aries. Okay. There could be a mass awakening, a courageous spiritual movement. Okay. Now also too, because Aries represents war, there's deception in war. We are in this war, and we're not supposed to be in this war. Religion, Neptune represents religion. So religious wars also could be happening. Okay. A fabricated hero, being a hero, and it's a fake. You're not a leader. You're a fake leader. That could be happening. Okay. Yeah. Manipulated figures using passion to control. Neptune last was in Aries in 1861 to 1875. That's when we had the American Civil War, revolutionary uprisings, and a fight for freedom and new identities. Okay. And we're going to have some newness, and the same things happening. Okay. History repeats itself. If you know anything about Sankofa, it repeats itself. So let's get ready for that. Okay. I've had a whole video on this. It's very detailed. It's very great. Okay. But yeah, we could have some heightened intuitive energy, like it's all about your gut, because Aries is very about your gut, and now the intuition is like, what is your gut saying to you? So that is very strong. That will be happening. Okay. Very artistic creation, things happening, and you're feeling very bold with your creativity and your inspiration. Okay. Now Let me just say collectively what Neptune represents: illusions, deception, spirituality, the fantasy, the entertainment, Netflix, okay, the films, the books, people overbuying all those fiction books. I love fiction books, but that iron flame, that fourth wing energy, newness in there, and it'll be more aggressive, okay. Maybe it'll be fiction books about war or fighting, and people will really be really about that. Neptune is also about water. Now water is connected to fire. So let's see what happens to the climate when it comes to the water energy. You're talking about oceans, and there's like maybe a volcano of some sort with that. And remember addictions and escapism. So, okay. So let me just tell you predictions. And I've already said this several times. You guys, I love let me just show you real quick. Okay. This is me being impulsive. I love a white leg pants. Okay. These are so white leg and so comfortable. Now I want them in every color. And they have pockets. Anyway, if you guys are listening to this podcast, I was just showing my pants. They're Adidas pants and they're very white leg. Anyway, okay. So we have the rise of illusionary leaders. There's going to be a cult warrior, or there's going to be a leader who's a fake leader. Use your discernment, people. Okay. You're going to be like, oh, I love him. And some people think it's Trump. You never know who it's going to be. Okay. It could be someone in the likes of Obama. It could be someone who you really think like, oh my gosh, they look great on paper and they are an illusion. They're not a real leader. Someone is putting them up as a puppet. Okay. So that could be happening. It could be the fall of the hero. That could be happening too. Okay. Someone who is a leader could be dying. It could be a lot of leaders dying. Okay. Radical spiritual movements, leaderless revolutions, okay, grassroots spiritual movements. You're talking about people who are like, you know what, we can independently fight because we have God on our side, okay. Rather than finding using these gurus and these masters, we got ourselves, okay. That could be happening. What else do we have? New wars, for sure. Conflicts rooting in misinformation. I've already said that. I said that several times. Also you have communism. Okay, look it up. Research communism. You think it's all good? It ain't good. Okay. There are reasons why we have guns in this country. Neptune in Aries is the age of secrets exposed. So war propaganda, misinformation, leaked secrets, whistleblowers, chaotic uprisings. Let me see if I have anything in my notes. So illusions of strength, blurring the reality in war. I wrote it in every word. Redefining masculinity and personal power. Okay, so Neptune dissolves old identities. Okay, so masculinity. Ooh, okay. Let's see how that goes. You know, the gender roles of a strong man, that might be more fluid. Okay, we'll see how that goes. Let me see what else I have. Blending spirituality with action, breaking down of organized religions. Now, I do think this is one of the predictions that I think we could be seeing. Okay. Because now it's like a rebirth, a transformation. Remember, I told you Aries represents that, and Neptune represents religion and spirituality. And now it's like we need to start a new religion, a new belief, something new. This isn't it. Or you know what? I don't need to go to church. I am the church. The church is within me. That is very Aries energy, and not going to a physical building, but really going to yourself. People praising themselves too. Get ready for that. Fire-based spirituality. It makes me laugh, but a lot of people like chanting around a fire, or worshiping fire, or fire walking kind of energy, or healing yourself through fire. Yeah, let's see what happens, because I really believe that could be happening. Yeah. Discovery, let me see, spiritual warriors, individuals breaking free from controlled systems, finding their own unique path. Yeah. Okay, so that's what I have in my notes. I tried to do something new from the videos that I have. So that's why my notes are kind of scattered, because I have so many notes on Neptune and Aries. And I really, every time I do a video, try to give something new to the video. But I do really want you to look at Neptune and Aries video that I did. It is on this playlist here, 2025 playlist. Check it out. I will, if I remember, link it down below, but it's not hard. Just go to my YouTube channel, look at, search up the playlist, and you will find it. All right. But yeah, that is what we have. I'm going to pull some tarot. Okay. I'm not going to do it on, you know what? I'll do it on the signs. We'll break it down per sign. Okay. So this is for all my fire signs, and the fire signs are my Aries. Okay, this is for you. You can go off your sun, moon, or rising, whatever you want to. But this is for my fire signs. So you're talking about my Aries, you're talking about my Leos, you're talking about my Sagittarius. Okay, this is for you. Ooh, we have the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords says there is anxiety. You can't sleep. You're losing sleep. You're living in, you're sleeping in fear. Maybe you're having nightmares. Okay. The Hangman. This is says changing the perspective. This is very Neptune and Aries. Okay. Ooh, I wonder if this Neptune and Aries is going to cause you not to have sleep. Okay. Let me see what else we have here. We have the Ace of Cups. There's new opportunities in spirituality for you. Okay, let me pull one more, and I'm gonna connect this for you guys. Okay, and we have the Moon. This is all very spiritual energy. This is all about, it's all about compassion. It's all about spirituality. It's all about love. Okay, relationships. Also about your dreams. This is also about nighttime. There's something about nighttime that's going to be really huge for you within this month of March. Okay, so yeah, but God is giving you a new opportunity in spirituality, in love, in relationships, and you need to take that. You probably need to change your perspective on things, or you probably need to be more sacrificing. You probably need to give up yourself a little bit more, fire signs. Okay, but the moon is something that's the subconscious. It's something buried deep down, and you keep having dreams about it. Okay, but I think that Neptune energy wants you to be more compassionate and wants you to change your perspective about something, and it will make you more enlightened. Okay, that is what we have for our fire signs. Now, what do we have for our earth signs? Earth signs, you are my Virgos, you are my Tauruses, and you are my Capricorns. Okay, I'm going to pull out 4 cards just for you, since we did it for the fire signs. Okay, okay, so the 4 cards we have for my earth signs. Okay, earth signs, we have the Princess of Swords. The month of March is going to be all about communication. Maybe there's a message coming your way too about clarity, about the truth, about knowledge, and speaking the truth as well. We have all those Cazimi, so we'll see how that plays out for you. Also, this could be a young air sign that you have to deal with, and that could be a Libra, that could be Gemini, that could be an Aquarius. Also, we have the Magician. Oh, this is all about communication. Mercury is in the building for you guys. Okay. The Magician is about Mercury. Magician also is about manifesting all the tools that God has given you to get it going. Okay, so maybe this clarity is going to give you some infinite possibilities to manifest something. Okay, we have the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is feeling trapped, and it's the thoughts in your mind. So in the month of March, you are going to be feeling like you're putting yourself in your own you're imprisoning yourself. Okay, and it's because you have negative thoughts, and yeah, you're not having clarity on the way you think or the words that are being said. Never give up. Yes, thank you, Melvin Jackson. Never give up. Okay, and then lastly, we have the 4 of Pentacles for all my earth sign. This is going to be a month about saving. Okay, save your money. That Venus retrograding in Aries will probably make you want to spend. Venus is, you know, the ruler of Taurus. So if you have Taurus or Libra in you or somehow, do not spend money. Save your money. Venus retrogrades like the 40 days, 40 nights that they talk about in the Bible. 40 days, 40 nights. let's not spend any money. Okay, this is the card of saving money. This is a card of thinking negative and entrapping yourself. This is a card that you have all the tools that God has given you. Use them. This is also the card of communicating. And then there's a message coming your way. You could be curious about something, but it's going to bring some clarity. Yeah, and you're going to start learning about something. Okay, so now we have, I did the earth, I did the fire. Let's do the air. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, air. We have the strength card, air. All the air signs. We're talking about the Libras, we're talking about the Geminis, and we're talking about Aquarius. My daughter is an Aquarius. Hello. Okay, so we are talking about the strength card. That is compassion. That's boldness. That's self-love. Okay, you're going to be very courageous in the month of March. And then we have the Knight of Cups. Okay, this is about charity. This is about spirituality. This is about loving yourself, loving God, loving others, being creative. Intuition, all that's coming your way, or maybe you are going to have a relationship this month. And then we have the Six of Wands. So far, it's very positive for you guys. You guys are being bold, you're being courageous, you're being creative, and everyone's praising you. You're on stage. Everyone's like, oh my gosh, Aquarius, you are amazing. Oh my gosh, Libra, you're amazing. Oh my gosh, Gemini, you're amazing. And then we have the Knight of Swords. Look at this Knight of Swords. I feel like she's saying deuces. Deuces. I don't care what you guys are saying. I know the truth. I'm very serious about my truth. I'm very logical, and I can see straight. I have clarity. That is going to happen for you guys. Lastly, my water signs. Okay. Water signs. This is for you. Oh, we got some water energy here. Okay. Okay. Water signs. This is for my Cancers. This is for my Pisces. This is for my, who's my other water sign that I missed? Cancers, Pisces, Scorpios. Okay, sorry, Scorpios. I'm a Scorpio moon, so I love you guys. Okay, now Scorpios. Look at this. We literally have an eclipse for you guys. Okay, you guys are going to be walking away from what no longer serves you in the month of March. Okay, that is the Eight of Cups. Then you are. This is a Five of Cups. This is the energy of feeling like you lack. You don't have the resources. Change that mentality in the month of March. Okay, Venus retrograding in Aries and in Pisces could probably do that to you. Okay, it makes you feel like you're lacking, but you're not lacking. You need to think out of love. You need to use your spirituality. You need to be creative and resourceful and save your money. Okay, then we have the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is very compassionate, is very loving, is very nurturing. The Queen of Cups is about charity. So I think when you're thinking of lacking, you need to think more of a charity mindset. The Queen of Cups is also very spiritual. It's the wisdom of spirituality, right? People go to the Queen of Cups for spirituality and for love. They go to them and be like, I am acting, irrational. I am not being emotionally mature. Can you help me out? And the Queen of Cups is like, yes. Yes, sister, I can help you out. Okay. So there's emotional maturity there. And then we have the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is all about your past. Okay. Going to what feels familiar, going to what feels comfortable. And Mars, I think, will be going direct, or it's already direct, but maybe the pre-shadow phase of retrograde will be clearing up. In Cancer, it's not going to clear up all the way until May 1st, but it enters Leo. Okay, June 6th. No. It's still, wait. Okay, February 23rd. It goes there. No, April. Okay. I'm like, when did it go out of Cancer? Hold on. Let me see. Because I'm thinking that is what's that feeling familiar in Cancer. When does Mars goes into Leo? 1 second here. April 18th. Okay. I feel like that was more, but maybe for my water signs that Mars is cleaning up for you guys, or maybe it's something that's making you feel comfortable and making you feel safe. Okay, there's something in March that's going to make you feel safe and comfortable. Okay, I like that because it's very protective energy, and it made me think of Mars and Cancer. Okay, so maybe that Mars and Cancer moving slowly out of that retrograde energy is going to make you guys feel safe, and I mean it's trining you guys, so it will be, that would make sense too. All right, I hope that resonated with you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching. Tomorrow, well, weekly I'll do the horoscopes. I already have the horoscopes for everything I discussed, but not the aspects. So I'll go over the horoscopes weekly. And then next video, I have to do tarot readings for March. So look out for that. And then I will do the weekly, current events. If there's any current events you want me to look up, I know one time someone said to look up the lady who went out the country to date a man, but when I saw the way she looked, I couldn't get past the image, so I didn't want to do that to anyone else. But give me any current events you want me to look up astrology wise, and you want me to predict through astrology or tarot. I will do that, and we can all talk about the tea together. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for joining me. I will see you next time. Bye.
Bye bye.